Hi, this is Victor Santiago, Rochesterian for the last 28 and a half years. I haven't left, basically. I came out 5 years ago, January 10th to be exact, 2014. I think it was about time. I was always in the closet in college due to being brought up Jehovah's Witness. I wouldn't say they're bad folk. I just did not align with the beliefs. I'm an individual who is more like, you do you, boo boo. I'm not going to tell you you're wrong. I'm not going to tell you what you should do. Whatever you want to do is up to you. So I came out to a few friends after I graduated at the next following homecoming, just because, again, it was time. I thought I found myself to be ready at that moment to come out, and I came out as bi first, just because I've had experiences with women and men, and I enjoyed both. And then following that homecoming near November, I was coming back from work. Well, I got back from work, and it was only my parents at home. And I took it upon myself to be like, okay, this is the perfect moment to do this. Both my parents were home. My brothers were gone doing, I don't even know, I think they were playing billiards or something. So I sat down on the couch, very quiet. And my mom instantly knew something was up. It's that mom instinct here. She goes, "What's wrong?" I also imagine this is all in Spanish because we are a Mexican Puerto Rican family. And I was like, nothing, I just need to talk to you about something. If you could turn off the novela or soap opera, I just want to talk to you about something. They're like, okay, so they lowered the volume because my dad's still interested in trying to figure out who's sleeping behind you, whatever. So I started the conversation with, I tried committing suicide last fall. Huge icebreaker, big icebreaker. Tell my mom I was just going through a lot, school, personal, money, work, a lot, and it just kept piling up, and obviously I was not successful. I was stopped by my fraternity brother, Matt Boardman, love him, came busting into a room, grabbed the item that I was going to use, and chucked it across the room, and reminded me that there's a reason why I'm still here. There's a reason for me to be here, and that's to make other people happy. Because I have an infectious smile. I'm always there for somebody, no matter what. To listen to them on the phone, in person, give them a ride, lend a few bucks. That's who I was brought up. So I told her that, and she's like, "Oh my God, why didn't you tell us?" And I said, "Because I didn't want you to worry. Because nothing, it didn't happen. I was good. I'm not thinking about those thoughts anymore." And she goes, "You could tell us anything." Those were literally the magic words I needed to hear to continue on to the next part. I looked at her and I said, "Do you remember that dream that you told me about when we were in the kitchen where you said you couldn't sleep? And I asked you, what'd you dream about?" And she said, "Nothing, don't worry. It was just, I couldn't sleep after." And I said, "Did someone die in your dream?" And she goes, "Well, kinda." And I got this feeling down my spine real quick when she said that. And I looked at her and I said, "Mom, did I tell you I was gay in your dream? And you're saying that's me dying?" And she didn't say no. She didn't say yes either, but the look on her face was like, yeah. So I looked at her and said, "Mom, I'm not gay. Don't worry about it. Whatever." So then she's like, "Yeah, what about it?" And I said, "Well, your dream's half true. I'm bi. which means I like guys and girls. The same question. Are you sure? And I was like, yep, I'm sure. Like, I know this, like, for a fact. She goes, how do you know? And I was like, oh, here's the third bomb that I dropped on them. I said, I've had sex with both women and men. I was like, oh my God, I'm just piling things one after the other. And she goes, okay. And I looked over across the room and my dad was sitting on this couch, one he always sits in, silent, says nothing. And I was like, can you please say something because it's making it worse for me right now? And in Spanish, he was like, obviously, Jehovah doesn't agree with what you just said and how you're living, but you're always going to be my son. And I'm always going to love you no matter what. And I just started bawling, because I had this fear of growing up in Jehovah's Witness family that as soon as I came out, I was going to be disowned. Hardcore, you got to move out the house. You got to pack up and go. Like, we're not going to talk to you anymore. But both of them were like, why? We would never kick you out the house. You're our son. We're going to love you no matter what. And, like, we were just happy. And they were like, do you want us to tell your brothers or do you want to tell your brothers? And I was like, you could tell them. Like, I already went through the hardship of telling you. So the next day I was at work and then both my brothers texted me at the same time. They were like, I love you. I don't care who you love, like, or you have sex with. Like, I love you no matter what. And I was like, I kind of started tearing up a little bit at work, and my coworkers were like, are you okay? I was like, I'm good. Just got a really good text right now. And all this stuff. So, yeah, and then January 10th came around. At midnight, I dropped it all on social media, because that's what we all have to do now. Make it super public and Facebook official, as they say. And everyone outpour of support. And it was just like, probably like everyone else, a weight is lifted off your shoulders so much that you're just like, whew, I'm good. And now I can live how I want to live and not be shunned or thrown out or whatever. So, yeah, and one of my friends, Elijah, who lives in New York City, big fraternity brother of mine, another one, I came out on Facebook at midnight on that day with hand lettering, because I'm an artist, so I wrote, I like boys and girls in this art. And he goes, you just came out like the Kool-Aid man, and I just died laughing. I still have that text message, I took that screenshot, posted it on, and I was like, oh my God, I love this guy. But yeah, ever since, talked about my experiences and all that stuff. Right now, I consider myself pansexual because I wasn't very educated in the LGBTQIA plus alphabet, or those labels as society likes to give us. So I've learned that I find attraction in anybody. However you identify, however you express yourself. I think it goes back to the beginning where I said, you do you, boo-boo, doesn't matter. Like, you do whatever you want. And I think living to that, I want to say mantra, but mantra is how I live and how I love, I guess. And yeah, wouldn't change anything in a bit. Now I go to all the prides and everything, excited for World Pride in New York City coming up, and just in Buffalo Pride, and wearing a crop top was just a big move, because I'm a big, heavy guy. You can see by the picture. Yeah, super proud of who I am, where our community has come from since 50 years ago. Learning all that was amazing as well. Thank you to all those who've come before us and made all those changes, all those big moves, riots, parades. But we wouldn't be here, I wouldn't be here if it weren't for all that. Thanks.